Is ARMY fading? Has the fandom broken apart? From the outside, it might look that way. Less trending, more silence, rising solo fandoms, and endless infighting, amplified by algorithm. But the truth is far more complex and far more powerful. This video is a deep dive into the evolution of ARMY. We'll explore how the fandom has grown, adapted, and matured in the years since BTS began their group hiatus. We'll break down the myths of a fractured community, examine how fan engagement is shifting, and offer practical strategies for long term support that honors both BTS's vision and ARMY's diverse realities. Because ARMY hasn't disappeared, we've simply evolved. And what comes next is ours to shape together. Remember that these are just suggestions, and I am hoping that we could start a conversation on how we can evolve our execution and expectations. First, the myth of a broken fandom. There is a growing narrative that ARMY is fractured, that the fandom is chaotic, plagued with infighting, solos, and silence. But let's pause. Is that really the full picture, or is it what the algorithm wants us to believe? Negativity garners clicks, outrage drives traffic, division gets amplified. When someone posing as ARMY accuses the agency of favoritism, it spreads like wildfire. When a toxic solo fan trims a 15-minute video into a few misleading seconds to make it look like one member is being ignored, it enrages people. It gets shared, it gets quoted, it gets recommended. But behind the noise, a quieter truth remains. ARMY never stopped showing up. We streamed solo debuts even when the boys were in uniform. We trended songs within minutes. We charted tracks for no reason other than to show support for one member. We broke records unintentionally. We filled stadiums for one member even without the other six. And most recently, the Permission to Dance live album debuted with 14.5 million streams on Spotify, nearly double the next best selling live album from an established Western artist. Every track entered both US and global iTunes charts. That's not a fandom in ruins, that's a fandom evolving. Respectful communication should be the default. It's time we stop expecting armies to look the way it did in 2019 because we're not the same people we were in 2019, and neither is BTS. They've changed in voice, in vision, in values, and we've mirrored that. Some of us have less time, less money, different priorities, and that's okay. Growth isn't abandonment, it's movement. And for many, the way we engage just looks different now. Some armies are now professionals, doctors, executives, professors who discovered BTS later in life or simply grew with them. In our own Patreon community, for example, we have C-level executives and CEOs. They may not be trending things on X or replying to every post, not because they don't care, but because they don't have the time. So instead of guilt tripping them for not contributing to the conversation or not streaming, let's change our approach. Offer clear, concise updates on how to stream or where to buy. Use respectful professional language all the time because when you communicate differently, you engage differently. Create systems that welcome thoughtful engagements. When you speak the language of the person you're communicating with, you get better response. Start thinking long term. Yes, charts, sales, and concert attendance are important and we should never ignore those. But their impact, their place in history, the understanding of what they have done, and how they are changing the industry are also important. Yes, it usually takes time for history to recognize the great movers and shakers, but the one great disadvantage they have is language. Figures like Michael Jackson, the Beatles, They speak English, a language often studied in different countries. Hangul isn't. We need to do some heavy lifting to help the world see their value. It's time we start or participate in projects that don't just deal with sales, charts, and awards and votings, but also in the long term vision of how BTS will be mentioned in history, understanding of BTS's music in form and substance, and their impact both artistically and in terms of industry processes. Ask what they can contribute. Many armies have now skills and resources we used to just dream of. Some are SEO experts, some can develop applications, some have local community access, some have connections to music experts. These skills can contribute to spreading not just the awareness but also the understanding of BTS's art. They go untapped because the focus is always on how to buy and how to stream. Those are all important, but we need to utilize other marketing strategies. We know that BTS isn't fond of paid ads, paid playlisting, and other paid marketing strategies. We need to look at other resources and the resources that we have and skills that we have and see how we can compensate for what they are not getting. For example, there are a lot of websites that do a great job in explaining the narratives and the complexities of BTS's albums, but they are designed by amateurs, poorly written. They also have poor SEO, and all of that result in critics and mainstream media, even academicians, looking at it as a silly fan website. In an ideal world, substance should be the only thing that matters, but it isn't an ideal world. We have the resources to advance things, though. We have people that can help take these explanations and analysis in forms and ways that will make it more credible. So, what can we do? Identify the materials that are out there discussing the substance of BTS's art. Next, reach out to people who made them and see how they can work with others or if they can contribute their content. Next, organize these materials and build a team to strategize how we can use these materials, improve them, and spread them. I know it's easier said than done. But remember, we are the fandom that shook the major labels in the US, the fandom that shocked even state leaders, the fandom that is being studied by the most prestigious universities in the world. If there is anyone who can do it, it would be armies. New marketing platforms and strategies. Connected to the previous point is new marketing platforms and strategies. There are many marketing platforms that didn't exist before or weren't mature enough pre-pandemic. TikTok Shop and live shopping, for example. Instagram broadcast channels. YouTube Shorts and affiliate integration. Reddit ads. LinkedIn through leader ads. Multi-channel messaging integrations. Traditional to digital delivery. These are just examples, but there are so many new marketing platforms or strategies that have matured or are entirely new. We have to expand our marketing strategy to reach new audiences. As previously mentioned, there are armies that can help. They have the expertise or the resources in this field. We just need to ask for help. Focus on the depth of BTS's art. Mature armies and new fans alike often want more depth. They're not just here to scream or trend things on X or Facebook or IG. They want to understand the meaning behind the music. So if you can, post about the different interpretations of BTS's songs, explanation of the complex connections between songs and albums, the literary inspirations, theories, and explanation about the Bangtan universe. We can also uplift creators who dive deep, who can unpack BTS's lyrics, explore the choreography, and interpret the visuals. Let's encourage and participate in the discussion about BTS's music, their art, and their skill. Even if it's just to say yes or I agree, We just need to increase the engagement of those that are actually uploading content that adds value to the understanding and appreciation of BTS's art. So let's be discerning. There are so many reactors, so many YouTube channels, so many influencers and big accounts that are just really farming engagement. Let's give those engagements to those that are actually helping spread the understanding and appreciation of BTS's music. Beyond social media, thoughtful content attracts thoughtful people. Not everyone lives on social media, and that's okay. Some people crave community in quieter places: book clubs, Discord servers, private groups, in person meetups, even charity. Armies have different interests outside of BTS. From books to animals to gardening to hiking, we can utilize these groups to reach out and forge a stronger connection. And no, we do not have to force things. The interests are already there, and many are already looking for connection. We just need to reach beyond the algorithm. Let's build bridges in every direction, not just the loudest ones. Evolving our expectations. Gone are the days when someone could tweet stream now and the fandom would fall in line. People want to know why. Why this project matters. Why this timing is crucial. Why are these goals set the way that they are? Why are we doing it this way and not another way? And that is not stubbornness, that's maturity. So when you lead, don't just ask people what to do. Tell them why it matters. Because for many new or returning armies, the usual fandom practices aren't familiar at all. We can't assume knowledge. We have to build understanding. Keep it about BTS. Let's bring it back to BTS because, especially in the West, fan wars and drama don't resonate the same way as it does in Asia. Many fans simply want to support BTS and not get dragged into fandom politics. So let's not alienate them. Let's not let rage bait, rumors, or solo wars define our energy. Let's just focus on their music, focus on the members, and focus on connection. Remember, they have hundreds of songs. There are so many things that we can talk about. There are so many more records to hype, marketing strategies, and business decisions that we can analyze. Let's keep the focus on BTS. Accepting the role of solos. And while we're on the topic, let's talk about solos. Yes, solo stands exist. Yes, they're not always OT7, but some fans discovered BTS through individual members, through a solo tour or a solo album. And let's face it, many armies, even longtime ones, have biases. And that's normal. After all, not everyone can afford to support all seven members equally. So if someone's focused on supporting one and they're doing it respectfully without putting others down, let them be. Don't isolate them. Don't shame them. You don't have to be friends with them, but at the very least, leave them be. If they are respectful towards the other members, be respectful towards them. Their support helps fill the gaps. Their love still adds to the bigger picture. Let's use that energy, not fight them. I think the faster we figure out the best way to communicate with armies, the sooner we accept the fact that people have evolved, and the sooner we return our focus to BTS and not pay attention to the noise, people that are just hating on BTS, and just really focus on BTS, I think the sooner we can maximize and really fully utilize the power of armies again. But nonetheless, I think no matter what happens, armies are going to come back. Once the songs are released, once the concerts are on, we will see armies in full force again. So I'm not really worried about that. I think it's just better as of now to just focus on BTS. Let's just do that. While we wait, let's do our best to stream their songs, to tell people about them, to of course, enjoy and live their message. All right. Would love to hear your thoughts though. Let me know if you have any other suggestion on how we can, new ways on how we can market to armies. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you can, please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss a single video that we upload. Of course, the things that we upload about, it varies. We upload a lot about Asian culture, other artists, movies, TV shows. And if you can, please share to your friends, to your social media, put a link to the channel or to specific videos. And if you can, please donate to the channel. We're trying to grow it without funding, so it'll really help. The link should be in the description box, but you should also be seeing the QR code on your screen right now. And also, please follow us on IG, on X, but more importantly, on Patreon. It's a vibrant community, lots of discussions going on, not just about K pop, not just about BTS, but movies, TV shows. Sometimes we just have fun. I'll see you there. Thank you.